You know, the cannabis industry is absolutely exploding. But for the very people making it all happen, a huge piece of the American dream, owning a home, has been weirdly and frustratingly out of reach. So in this explainer, we're going to dig into why that is. And more importantly, we'll look at the new solutions that are finally changing the game.
I mean, this is the question, right? It's what keeps so many people in the industry up at night. You've got a steady job, you're making good money, your credit is solid, and yet you go to a traditional lender and the door just slams shut. It's maddening. So what is the real reason this keeps happening?
Okay, let's just cut right to the chase here. The problem isn't you. It's not your financials, it's not your job history, it's the law. Lenders aren't saying no because of your financial health. They're saying no because your totally legal, state-level income comes from an industry that's still technically illegal at the federal level. And that one contradiction is the root of all this frustration.
So let's really break down what this homeownership hurdle looks like in the real world. Because this isn't some small niche problem. We're talking about a massive barrier that affects a huge and fast-growing part of the American workforce.
And listen, this isn't just about the folks who own the dispensaries. The impact is felt across the entire ecosystem. We're talking about bud tenders, lab techs, cultivation specialists, people in processing, even the owners of other businesses that just support the industry. The number of professionals being locked out of the housing market is just staggering.
And this isn't a new thing. As you can see here, it has been an uphill battle for years. For way too long, the only real advice people got was, well, either wait for the federal government to change the laws or just get a different job. It's been this huge roadblock to building wealth and stability for a whole generation of professionals.
All right, now let's get into the nitty-gritty of the legal fight that causes all these headaches. Once you really get this, you can see why the new solutions are such a big deal.
This slide lays it out perfectly. It's this crazy paradox. In your state, you work in a legal, regulated, tax-paying industry. It's contributing billions to the economy. But in the eyes of the federal government, the Controlled Substances Act still lists marijuana as a Schedule I drug. We're talking the same category as heroin. For any bank that's federally insured, that's just a risk they are not willing to take. So, what does this legal mess actually mean for you? It means those traditional, federally backed banks just won't touch any income connected to cannabis. And that immediately disqualifies you from the most common, most accessible home loans out there. You know, the ones backed by the FHA or the VA for veterans. It's like a major doorway to homeownership is just locked.
But here's where the story starts to change. You've got this huge group of people who are totally qualified buyers, but nobody will serve them. Well, some smart, innovative lenders saw that gap in the market, and a new, specialized solution was born.
Yeah, instead of just waiting around for the federal laws to change, which could take forever, some of these forward-thinking lenders decided to build a bridge themselves. They've actually created brand new loan programs designed from the ground up specifically to help professionals in the state legal cannabis world.
And this right here is the idea behind it all. It's so simple, but it's powerful. A legal job is a legal job. The career you chose in an industry that your state says is perfectly fine shouldn't stop you from achieving the dream of owning your own home, period. Okay, so we know a solution exists now, which is awesome, but how does it actually work? Let's get into the practical side of things and see what these new flexible options really look like.
Let's start with a big, important number for all the business owners out there, 90%. These new programs can offer up to 90% financing. Now, why is that such a game changer?
Well, think about it. It just massively lowers the barrier to entry. After being shut out of traditional banking for years, saving up a huge 20% down payment is tough. But needing only 10%? That could literally be the difference between buying a home this year or having to wait several more. It's huge. You know, one of the smartest things about these new loan programs is how flexible they are with proving your income. They get it. They know a business owner's finances look way different than someone who gets a regular paycheck. So by accepting W-2s or bank statements or even a profit and loss statement, they've created a path to yes for pretty much everyone in the industry.
And it's really important to know which path is for you. If you're a W-2 employee, your path might look surprisingly normal. You could even qualify for a standard Fannie Mae loan with a super low down payment. But for the business owners and operators, those alternative options, using bank statements or P&Ls, that's your golden ticket to getting that financing up to 90%.
So, let's put all the pieces together. What does the actual path to getting one of these mortgages look like? Well, it's probably a lot more straightforward than you'd think.
When you really boil it down, just look at what they're asking for.
Proof your income is legal in your state? Check. The right documents to prove it? Got it. Good credit history? Okay. Enough money for the down payment? Yep. I mean, this is the same stuff any lender wants to see. The only difference, the revolutionary, game-changing difference, is that these lenders finally see your cannabis income is valid. And that one little change makes all the difference in the world.
So, what's the big takeaway from all this? Is that things are finally starting to change. The world of finance is slowly but surely beginning to wake up and adapt to the reality of the legal cannabis market. As more of these specialized solutions pop up, those old barriers are finally starting to crumble.
And that really brings us to the big question, doesn't it? Getting a home loan is a huge, huge win, but it's just one piece of a much larger financial puzzle. As the cannabis industry gets bigger and more mainstream every single day, are we about to see a tipping point where the entire financial world finally decides to catch up? What do you think comes next?